Bottom of the ninth inning, IronBirds down to their final 3 outs. It's the Blue Claws 5 and the IronBirds 2. Michael Marcantonini and Ryan Ripken with you in the booth from Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium. How about the job that Kyle Verbitsky did in relief tonight, Ryan? 4 innings of 3-hit ball, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and just 1 walk.
Just great. And the ways we talked about, it wasn't always the most, shut down 1, 2, 3 innings. He had to work for it. But you know what? He didn't give in. He grinded his way. And now it's back-to-back great outings for Kyle, which is definitely going to help him as he goes into next month in June.
Well, the hope is that the Birds will score at least 3 to keep this thing going. Here's Isaac De Leon, smacks one out to second, handled by Simmons. And on 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 9th. If the Birds can keep this going, maybe Kyle goes back out there for a 5th inning. Who knows? But regardless, 4 shutout innings in his 2nd straight scoreless outing. Huge for Kyle.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing is you want to try to feel like you're making progress. And if you can string those outings together, that's where you feel like things are going in the right direction.
Here's Jacob Teeter, struck out looking his last time up. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. Teeter pinch hit for Maxwell Costas back in the 7th inning, so he gets another AB. Next pitch, fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2.
In the hole, got to find a way here now. Find a way to put it in play and give yourself a chance.
Birds need base runners right now. They'll need at least 2 on to bring the tying run to the plate. Long leg hang on the mound, and that's a ball outside. Count is 1-2 on Teeter. That's Matt Russell still out there. An inning and a third of 1-run ball so far, allowed 1 run in the home half of the 8th. Birds scored on a wild pitch. Teeter gets a piece to stay alive.
Yeah, the Blue Claws pitching staff as a whole has done a great job tonight. They really have kept this IronBirds offense off balance, and that's another big reason why they're leading this game 5-2. They are just finding ways to keep this offense at bay.
1-2 pitch. Teeter expanded the strike zone, checked his swing though, and he stays alive. Luis Valdez due up after Teeter. Valdez is 2 for 3 with a couple singles tonight. Birds with just 5 hits on the night, a double and 4 singles. Not much going on offensively. They led this game 1-0 after 2. Teeter takes high and away, but then 5 runs for the Claws combined over the 3rd and 4th innings. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. Birds grabbed 1 more in the 8th. That's all the scoring we've seen tonight. 3-2 pitch to Teeter. Fouls another one back. Well, a great job by Jacob to go from 0-2 to 3-2 and then fight that one off.
And that's what you got to do. You got to foul some pitches off, take some tough ones. He checked his swing. And again, Russell so far in this outing, the last, inning plus, he has been a little bit, wildly effective.
3-2 again, ball 4, and Teeter flips the bat towards the Birds dugout. He is on as a 1-out base runner in the 9th.
And I will say, for him being wildly effective, I was a little surprised to see Leon swing first pitch down 3. And again, it's not that in the situation that if you're feeling good that you should swing. It's more so of the pitcher Russell just having a tough time being around the strike zone, fully consistently.
A man on with 1 out for Valdez. Third baseman Flores creeps in. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-0. Birds won the nightcap of the doubleheader yesterday after the Blue Claws grabbed the first game and the series opener on Tuesday. So Jersey Shore leads this 7-game series 2-1. Birds 2 outs away from dropping their 3rd and 4 tries. And now time is called with the count 2-0 on Valdez. We'll have a meeting on the mound.
You can see, to my point, Russell is just, again, he's having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. And he got out of that jam last inning, and there was some weak contact. He was being wildly effective. And so for this IronBirds lineup right now, 2-0 count, Valdez, I know he's gotten on base a couple times, but continue to make him work because you still need to get one more guy on base before you can, have that tying run come to the plate. So hopefully we can see that, and there can be a little bit of magic here on the first night out for me at the ballpark and in the booth.
Would love that. You know, the IronBirds have one walk-off win this season. They walked it off on a wild pitch in the last homestand against Hudson Valley. Pitch misses outside.
There we go, 3-0.
All you can ask for is to get that tying run to the plate, and then you just never know.
You never know. But that's why you got to keep battling. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in this sport, and there we go.
Misses outside, ball 4. Teeter to second, Valdez on at first, and the tying run comes to the plate, and it's Silas Ardouin who will pinch hit for Michael Marcantonini here. So back-to-back walks for Russell, and Silas has a chance to provide some thump in that 9-hole now. So Ardouin enters as the pinch hitter. He will stay in the ball game to catch if this game goes to the top of the 10th. So here is Silas Ardouin, 4th-round pick out of the University of Texas in last summer's first-year player draft. Orioles number 29 prospect in their top 30 according to MLB.com. Silas takes strike 1 as Russell gets ahead. Silas was on an 8-game hitting streak not too long ago. 0-1, that's off the plate. He's been great defensively behind the plate, consistently chucking base runners, attempted base stealers out. He's thrown out 10 attempted base stealers this season, more than a quarter of the attempts against him. 1-1, fastball in the outer half. A patient approach here, and the count's 1-2.
It is one of the hardest things to come off the bench as a pinch hitter, you know, and you're sitting the whole time, then you're trying to figure out, do I want to be aggressive? Do I need to see some pitches, especially with a pitcher right now that has been a little bit all over the place.
Russell taking his time. 1-2, Silas fights one off. So Ardouin is hitless in his last 5 games, but before that he had hit safely in 4 in a row. And in the month of May, while he's got a .204 batting average in the month, he's reached base at a .377 clip, drawing a ton of walks. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing here either. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So he's down on strikes. And that brings up the leadoff man, Max Wagner. Well, if we're looking for the storybook ending, the movie ending for your color commentary debut, Ryan, it would be Max Wagner reaching to load the bases with 2 outs for Jackson Holiday. And then a walk-off grand slam action.
Hey,
speak that into existence.
Hey, some things you have said so far have been spoken into existence. I would love nothing more than to see that here tonight.
See if Wags can keep it going. He's down in the count 0-1. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Next pitch outside, ball 1. The drama builds here in Aberdeen. Birds grabbed a run in the home half of the 8th. They kept the Blue Claws off the board in the top of the 9th. Tying run at the dish, 2 outs. Count is 1-1 on Max Wagner. Next pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and the small strike zone for J.T. Shaw looks like it's expanded a little bit, and the count is 1-2. Come on, all I'm asking for is get Jackson up here with the bags juiced, or at least as the winning run. Doesn't have to be bases loaded. Maybe Max gets a run or 2 home here. Birds down to their final strike. 1-2, got a piece.
Staying alive. And that's the thing here. The Orioles, man, same thing. IronBirds here.
The Birds.
The Birds.
The baby
How about
birds.
that? The Birds. The Birds, they're grinding here. They're finding a way. And Wagner's had some at-bats. Even though it's been up and down, he's seen a lot of pitches tonight. And I expect him to try to continue that through and just continue to pass it on. Pass it on to the next guy. Get Jackson to the plate. Why not? Why not here on a really beautiful Thursday night?
A ball and 2 strikes on Wagner with 2 on and 2 outs. Birds down 3, bottom 9. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Wagner off the plate, and the count is even at 2. I would love to see this count go full because then at least the runners would be off on the pitch. You know, something down the line is going to score them both for sure. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Next pitch to Wagner. Gets a piece again. Fights it off. He is on it. And we'll do the 2-2 again.
Hey, staying alive, even to the last pitch, last out, you continue to fight because you never know. And right now, Wagner, even though he doesn't have a hit yet on the game, he is really making these pitchers work.
2-2 pitch, another foul ball. That one in on the hands. He was able to get a piece of it. Max has done this all season, fighting to see another pitch, putting himself in a position where maybe a pitcher leaves one out in front because Max wears him down so much. Looking for a mistake. 2-2 pitch, outside, ball 3. So
here we go.
Here it is. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, tying run at the plate in the form of Max Wagner.
Come on, Max.
One of the hottest hitters in the league right now. 2nd-round pick out of Clemson last summer. Runners are going to be off on the pitch. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Here we go.
So you're telling me there's a chance, Michael. You're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you, I spoke it into existence.
And here we are.
We got the situation we wanted. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning, Birds down 3, and Jackson Holliday, last summer's #1 overall pick at the plate. But it looks like we will have a pitching change before Jackson gets a chance to hit, and we will. Well, the drama continues to build. If you're at home watching, listening to this game, and you know somebody who's not watching or listening to this game, you might want to tell them to turn the game on because this thing is getting intense. We'll take a quick break on the broadcast and regroup when we come back. Winning run at the plate, 2 outs, bottom 9. Keep it locked on WAMD Aberdeen. Michael Marcantonini and Ryan Ripken back with you on the broadcast. It doesn't get any more intense than this. The IronBirds trail the Blue Claws 5-2. The bases are loaded with Jackson Holliday at the plate representing the winning run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Last year's #1 overall pick, baseball's #3 overall prospect. First pitch to Jackson, misses inside for a ball, 1-0.
This is all you can ask for as a baseball fan.
New pitcher into the game for the Blue Claws is right-hander Tommy McCollum, looking for his 2nd save of the season. 1-0 to Holliday. Looked like he wanted to pull the trigger, but he takes, and the count is 1-1. This is a big spot for the 19-year-old. If he puts one over the fence, the game's over. Let me speak that into existence. 1-1 pitch, big cut there. It's 1-2.
He was trying to there as well. Head came right off the ball, almost swung out of his shoes. But here we are again, 2 strikes. Can you continue to battle? Can you continue to find a way?
Birds down to their final out. Nowhere to put Jackson. He's the winning run. 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball outside. And McCollum is fired up as he gets Holliday on strikes to end the ball game. Well, Ryan, we got the dream scenario in the bottom of the 9th. Last year's #1 overall pick, representing the winning run, with a potential walk-off grand slam to win by 1 in play. But Holliday strikes out swinging, and that's how the ball game ends. But you got to give the IronBirds credit for fighting to get that scenario and make that a possibility. 3 walks in the bottom of the 9th there to load the bases. Tying run was over at first base, just too little, too late, couldn't get it done.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the fight was there all the way to the end, especially a couple of those at-bats being down in the count and really having to scratch your way back. And but like you said, just not enough early in the game. The Blue Claws were able to get out of their troubles in the 2nd inning and then really were able to take advantage of their opportunities in the 4th and 5th, and that really was the difference in this ball game tonight.
Well, Ryan, this was your color commentary debut tonight. I got to ask you, how was it?
Hey, I loved it. There's a lot that I need to learn, and man, if I can go back and watch this, but you know what? being in the booth with you was an absolute blast. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can do it again because it just reminds me how much not only do I like to be out in the ballpark, but there's nothing like being able to sit with someone that you feel like you can relax and have a great conversation with. So I can't appreciate you enough for letting me come up here tonight.
No, the pleasure was all mine. I was glad that we were able to make this happen. I was glad you were able to come to a game this series. Like I said, it's been a fun start to the season here in Aberdeen. So many top prospects here, a lot of buzz around the team, especially since Jackson Holiday was promoted. So I'm glad you're able to make it out, and we'll definitely do this again. If you can make it work in your schedule, we'll have to find a way to make it happen, because anytime you want to come out, you're welcome here, of course. So I'll get you some final totals in this one. 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors for Jersey Shore. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for Aberdeen. With the win, the Blue Claws moved to 20-19 on the season. The IronBirds dropped to 19-22. Matt Osterberg picks up the win. He moves to 1-2 on the season. He went 6 innings, gave up just 1 earned run. Cooper Chandler suffers a tough loss. He is 1-3 on the season. And the save goes to Tommy McCollum, his second in 3 chances. Game was played in 2 hours and 47 minutes in front of 1,858 fans here at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium. But before we wrap things up here, Rip, I got to ask you, from somebody who played professional baseball for as long as you did, grown up playing baseball your whole life, now you're on the other side of things in a broadcast booth. How does having played baseball for so long help you see the game differently from this perspective?
Well, always in the moment, it sometimes feels like, it's always when they say someone else can see something for you that you can't see in that moment. And, all the times I remember when I was pulling my shoulder off the baseball or doing something wrong and someone else could tell you, hey, you're doing this wrong. In the moment, you can't necessarily see that all the time. That's right now, at least for me, I can be able to take a step back and try to look at it from that lens and try to still feel like I can get still be able to relay things from the player perspective, because deep down, that's still what I am. No matter what I continue to do in my career, I still can feel and think a lot like what those guys are thinking in the box.
Oh, I can only imagine. You're up here now, but you're part of you still down there on that field for sure.
Yeah, no, and that's the way it is. But you know what? It is a really different perspective that I am really enjoying. And just like everything, the more reps you are seeing it from this side, the more and more I'm going to learn. So I'm going to continue to rely on you, Michael, to show me the ropes on this side of the lines.
Well, happy to have you here anytime. I usually fly solo, so it's great having somebody to bounce conversation topics off of, get some analysis, and just have somebody to chat back and forth with. So Ryan Ripken making his color commentary debut in the booth with me tonight. Happy to have him here, and he will be back again this season. So, Ryan, any final thoughts from tonight's game?
I hope the next time I come out, it's a victory, or maybe I will never be allowed back ever again. Baseball players are superstitious, right? But other than that, Michael, again, it was a pleasure and a blast, and it's something that I will remember as I move forward now in my media career.
Well, the feeling is mutual. We'll do it again sometime. That's it for us tonight. For our entire production crew here at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium and my broadcast partner, Ryan Ripken, my name is Michael Marcantonini. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tonight it was a fun one. Birds dropped this one 5-2, but we're back at it tomorrow. Air show live on MILB TV and Facebook Live at 6:40. First pitch at 7:05. We'll talk to you then. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night.